Today, we honor the memory of someone who made a significant impact in their field and touched many lives. We'll reflect on their achievements, their contributions, and how they'll be remembered. Join us as we take a moment to appreciate the legacy they leave behind. 1. Kris Kristofferson, passed away at the age of 87. Kris Kristofferson, an iconic singer, songwriter, and actor, passed away at the age of 87, leaving behind an indelible mark on both the music and film industries. A man of many talents, Kristofferson's contributions to country music, as well as his memorable roles in Hollywood films, made him a beloved figure across generations. Known for hits like Me and Bobby McGee, Sunday Mornin' Comin' Down, and Help Me Make It Through the Night, Kristofferson's music spoke to the human experience with raw emotion and authenticity. Born in Brownsville, Texas in 1936, Kristofferson grew up in a military family and initially seemed destined for a different path. He was a Rhodes Scholar, studied literature at Oxford, and served as a captain in the U.S. Army. But despite these achievements, Kristofferson's passion for music ultimately won out, leading him to pursue a career as a songwriter in Nashville. His early days in Nashville were tough. Kristofferson worked odd jobs, including janitorial work at Columbia Studios, where he once famously landed a helicopter in Johnny Cash's yard to deliver a demo tape. This bold move paid off, and soon his songs were being recorded by some of the biggest names in country music, including Cash, Waylon Jennings, and Willie Nelson. Kristofferson's rugged voice, introspective lyrics, and blend of country, folk, and rock revolutionized the genre and earned him a place in the Country Music Hall of Fame. In addition to his music career, Kristofferson found success as an actor, appearing in films like A Star Is Born, for which he won a Golden Globe, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, and Blade. His grizzled looks and deep voice made him a natural fit for both westerns and action films. 2. Drake Hogestyn passed away at the age of 71. Drake Hogestyn, beloved for his long-running role as John Black on the soap opera Days of Our Lives, passed away at the age of 71. With a career that spanned nearly 4 decades, Hogestyn became a household name through his portrayal of the mysterious and charismatic character. His on-screen presence and dynamic performances earned him legions of fans and made him one of the most recognizable faces in daytime television. Born in Fort Wayne, Indiana in 1953, Hogestyn had an early interest in sports, playing baseball at the University of South Florida on a scholarship, and even being drafted by the New York Yankees. However, after a shoulder injury cut his baseball career short, Hogestyn transitioned to acting, a decision that would lead to one of the most iconic roles in soap opera history. Hogestyn joined Days of Our Lives in 1986, where he played the role of John Black, a character whose backstory included amnesia, secret identities, and dramatic love affairs. Hogestyn's performance brought depth to the character, making him one of the most enduring and popular figures on the show. His chemistry with co-star Deidre Hall, who played Marlena Evans, led to one of the most famous couples in soap opera history, with their on-screen relationship captivating audiences for decades. Outside of his soap opera fame, Hogestyn made appearances in various TV shows and films, but remained primarily focused on his role in Days of Our Lives. His dedication to the show, coupled with his charm and undeniable talent, made him a fan favorite. Drake Hogestyn's passing is a great loss for the world of television. His portrayal of John Black made him a beloved figure in soap opera history, and his contributions to the genre will be remembered for years to come. 3. Dikembe Mutombo passed away at the age of 58. Dikembe Mutombo, an NBA Hall of Famer and renowned humanitarian, passed away at the age of 58. Known for his dominant presence on the basketball court and his signature finger wag after blocking shots, Mutombo's legacy extends far beyond sports. He was as much admired for his defensive prowess as for his tireless work off the court to improve lives in his native Democratic Republic of the Congo and around the world. Born in Kinshasa, Congo in 1966, Mutombo moved to the United States in 1987 to attend Georgetown University on an academic scholarship. Originally studying to become a doctor, he was persuaded by legendary coach John Thompson to play basketball. Mutombo quickly became a defensive powerhouse, leading the nation in blocked shots and earning accolades for his play. Mutombo entered the NBA in 1991, drafted by the Denver Nuggets, and over the course of his 18-year career, he became one of the greatest defensive players in NBA history. He was an 8-time NBA All-Star, 4-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year, and ranked second all-time in career blocks. His impact on the game was immense, but it was his work as a humanitarian that left an even larger mark on the world. In 1997, Mutombo founded the Dikembe Mutombo Foundation, which focused on improving health, education, and quality of life in Congo. He built the Biamba Marie Mutombo Hospital, one of the largest hospitals in the region, providing care to hundreds of thousands of people. Mutombo's charitable work earned him widespread recognition, including the NBA's J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award and induction into the World Sports Humanitarian Hall of Fame. Dikembe Mutombo's passing is a profound loss, not just for basketball fans, but for the countless individuals whose lives he touched through his humanitarian efforts. His legacy of kindness, philanthropy, and excellence on the court will continue to inspire generations to come. 4. Nick Gravenites. Passed away at the age of 85. Nick Gravenites, a legendary figure in the world of blues and rock music, passed away at the age of 85. Best known for his work as a songwriter, guitarist, and producer, Gravenites was a pivotal figure in the 1960s San Francisco music scene. His collaborations with artists like Janis Joplin, Mike Bloomfield, and Paul Butterfield solidified his place as one of the era's most influential musicians. Born in Chicago in 1938, Gravenites was deeply influenced by the city's rich blues tradition. He became immersed in the Chicago blues scene in the late 1950s, where he forged relationships with legends like Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf. In the 1960s, Gravenites moved to San Francisco, where he became a key player in the city's burgeoning counterculture and music revolution. Gravenites is perhaps best known for his association with Janis Joplin, for whom he wrote the song "Work Me Lord," which appeared on her iconic album "I Got Dem Ol' Cosmic Blues." Again, Mama. He also played a crucial role in the development of the Paul Butterfield Blues Band and was a founding member of the Electric Flag, a band that combined rock, blues, soul, and jazz. Beyond his work as a musician, Gravenites was also a respected producer, working on albums for artists like Big Brother and The Holding Company, and contributed to the development of the Chicago blues sound on the West Coast. Nick Gravenites' contributions to music, particularly blues and rock, are immeasurable. His artistry and influence helped shape the sound of a generation, and his work continues to inspire musicians to this day. 5. Ozzie Virgil Sr. Passed away at the age of 90. Ozzie Virgil Sr., a pioneering figure in Major League Baseball and the first Dominican-born player in the league, passed away at the age of 90. Virgil broke barriers during his career, which spanned from the 1950s to the 1960s, and he paved the way for countless Latin American players who followed in his footsteps. Born in Monte Cristi, Dominican Republic in 1932, Ozzie Virgil moved to the United States as a young man, where he pursued his dream of playing professional baseball. In 1956, he made history when he debuted for the New York Giants, becoming the first Dominican player to reach the major leagues. Virgil's debut was a significant moment in baseball history, as it opened doors for future generations of Dominican players, many of whom would go on to become some of the greatest players in the sport. Over his career, Virgil played for several teams, including the Detroit Tigers and the Pittsburgh Pirates, and was known for his versatility as a utility player. After retiring as a player, Virgil transitioned to coaching, where he continued to make an impact on the game, mentoring young players and helping them navigate the pressures of professional sports. Virgil's legacy is one of breaking barriers and opening doors for others. His contributions to baseball helped change the sport, making it more inclusive for Latin American players, and his work as a coach ensured that future generations benefited from his wisdom and experience. Ozzie Virgil Sr. is remembered not only for his achievements on the field, but also for the path he forged for others. His impact on the game of baseball, particularly for Latin American players, is immeasurable. 6. John Ashton passed away at the age of 74. John Ashton, best known for his role as Detective Sergeant Taggart in Beverly Hills Cop, passed away at the age of 74. Ashton's portrayal of the gruff, no-nonsense detective, alongside Eddie Murphy's Axel Foley, made him a beloved figure in Hollywood, and his performance in the film remains one of the most memorable in the buddy cop genre. Born in Springfield, Massachusetts in 1948, Ashton began his acting career in the early 1970s, making appearances in television shows like Kojak and MASH ***. However, it was his role in the 1984 film Beverly Hills Cop that catapulted him to fame. Ashton's tough guy persona and comedic timing made him a perfect foil to Murphy's fast-talking Foley, and their on-screen chemistry became a hallmark of the film's success. Ashton reprised his role in Beverly Hills Cop 2 and continued to work steadily in both film and television throughout the 1980s and 1990s. He appeared in films like Midnight Run, Gone Baby Gone, and Instinct, as well as TV shows like The A-Team and Law & Order. Despite his success in Hollywood, Ashton remained grounded, often returning to his roots in Massachusetts, where he was actively involved in local theater productions. His love for acting never waned, and he continued to work in the industry even as he entered his later years. John Ashton's passing is a great loss to the world of film and television. His contributions to the buddy cop genre, as well as his work in other films and TV shows, will be remembered by fans and colleagues alike. Ashton's talent, dedication, and love for his craft made him a respected figure in Hollywood, and his legacy will live on through his iconic performances. 7. Bill Lucey passed away at the age of 87. Bill Lucey, a trailblazing labor leader and civil rights activist, passed away at the age of 87. Lucey dedicated his life to the fight for workers' rights and racial equality, and his work as a leader within the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFSCME, and his role in the Memphis sanitation workers' strike of 1968 cemented his place in history. Born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1936, Lucey grew up during a time of racial segregation and inequality, which deeply influenced his passion for social justice. After attending college, Lucey began working for the city of Memphis as a sanitation worker, where he experienced firsthand the poor working conditions and discrimination faced by black workers. This experience ignited his lifelong commitment to labor rights. In 1968, Lucey became a key organizer of the Memphis sanitation workers' strike, a pivotal event in both the labor movement and the civil rights movement. The strike, which was supported by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., brought national attention to the plight of black workers in the South and led to significant improvements in working conditions. Lucey's leadership during the strike solidified his reputation as a tireless advocate for workers' rights. Lucey went on to serve as the Secretary-Treasurer of AFSCME for over 30 years, where he continued to fight for better wages, working conditions, and equality for all workers. He also co-founded the Coalition of Black Trade Unionists, an organization dedicated to advocating for the interests of black workers within the labor movement. Bill Lucey's legacy is one of courage, determination, and unwavering commitment to justice. His work not only improved the lives of countless workers, but also helped to advance the cause of civil rights in America. Lucey's contributions to the labor and civil rights movements will be remembered as a beacon of hope and progress for future generations. Thank you for joining us as we remember a life that made a difference. If you'd like to hear more about others who shaped the world in their own way, feel free to subscribe and stay with us for more tributes.